we've got baseball on the show. It's the Washington Nationals going up against the Atlanta Braves. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, ready to get underway. And the batter will be the shortstop, C.J. Abrams. There's a strike up high. And that's how this game gets started.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. The shortstop takes the ball.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Tied him up with a fastball inside.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
One out, bases empty. Next offering is fouled back. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
The next pitch misses. 2-0. 2 outs, bases empty. Ground ball, Olsen. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for Washington. And now the Braves will get their first crack at it. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back at Truist Park, and on the hill in this one, Mackenzie Gore.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Michael Harris II leading things off and takes a strike. Into center and a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Here's Profar now. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
No ball. 1 strike.
Harris gets his lead at first with nobody out.
Ball. 1-1.
Off the mark there, and it's 2-1. On the ground right side, 4, 6, 3, and they turn the double play. And the batter now, Austin Riley.
Third baseman, Austin Riley.
First pitch misses.
1 ball, no strike.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Check swing, called strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And the Braves go down quietly. We played an inning, no score. Back here in Atlanta, Nathaniel Lowe up to hit.
First baseman, Nathaniel Lowe.
Sale back to work. That one catches the zone, and that is strike one. Sale, a former Cy Young Award winner. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. Rusty Valentine doing the umpiring behind the dish for us. Maybe the best name in the league.
Yeah, that's a solid one, no doubt. I mean, who's better to ask than you? I kind of wonder if Rusty is his actual name or just a nickname.
Yeah, no clue. And now the lefty.
Anyways, Rusty's got a good zone, very good on the corners of the plate, but he'll give pitchers a little bit above the letters and below the knees if they're earning it.
And that one is inside. Outside, and that is ball four. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Here's Josh Bell. Called strike right there. Nobody out. Runner at first. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
And now it's Luis Garcia. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Man at first, one away. That's a slider for a strike.
0-2.
Got him swinging.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz.
Go home, Nats. Let's go, Braves.
Outside.
1-0.
Cut on and lifted in the air. And that is a foul ball. That one ran inside, almost got him. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here at the top of the second. Next offering is in for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Three and 2.
In the dirt. To second, and he's out. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. Nationals go quietly. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now here is Matt Olson.
This is a guy that really has the ability to be more than just a slugger and a home run hitter, but to hit for average, to get on base, and to drive the ball out of the ballpark.
That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. And
No,
ball
that's
one.
a ball.
Swinging a foul straight back. Swing and a ball hammered left field. That one back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
That is fifth designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it. A solo shot. It's 1-0. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working, powers that fastball out of here.
1 out, base is empty. Here's the veteran second baseman, Ozzie Albies. A switch hitter batting right. Swinging a foul out of play. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Breaking
1 and
ball
2.
misses down and away. And down on strikes. And there are 2 down. So here's Murphy now. He's built his reputation as one of the top framers in the sport. Inside, just missed. Two down, nobody on. That one pushed foul. Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Braves get one on the big fly. It's now 1-0. You're dialed into the show. All set for the start of the inning. And now the switch hitting catcher, Keibert Ruiz. Ruiz, 26 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. And a swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Falling behind 2-1. And that's downstairs and outside. On the ground to third. Riley fires to first. One up, one down.
Batting eighth, third baseman, Jose Tena.
And now up for Washington, Jose Tena. Swings through that.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at bat?
Not close with that one. And the count 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Jacob Young digging in for the Nationals. And that's way high. And it's 1-0. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Corrals it. And that is that. And we're back as we go to the last of the third. Here's Jared Kelenic. First pitch, and he just misses. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Fastball is outside. Swing and a miss. And a count now even up.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Got him looking. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Orlando Arcia, batting with one down, takes a strike. The shortstop takes the ball.
1-1.
Next offering upstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
One down, base is empty. That misses. 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Down the middle for a strike. And now 3-2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And now the lineup turns over with one away.
Up next for the Braves, center fielder
Brian De La Cruz will hit next, taking his first at bat of the game after entering on defense. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Arcia, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. That missed by a lot. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Gets a piece and stays alive. One and 2 now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Toughest pitch to hit. Fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Here's the switch hitting left fielder Jurickson Profar. He's 0 for 1. First offering misses badly for ball 1. Two outs. Fly ball down the line. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. One left for Atlanta. They lead it 1-0. Back at Truist Park, here's C.J. Abrams to hit.
C.J. Abrams.
Just missed. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. Next offering is outside. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Comes a 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Next to hit for the Nats, Dylan Cruz. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. There's a strike.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Arcia whips it to first, and that quickly 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder James Wood.
James Wood digging in for the Nationals. Grounded out his first time up.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
And that's outside. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. That one the other way. Brings it in for the 3rd out. So they go quietly there. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Braves 1 and the Nationals nothing. Back here in Atlanta, John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Austin Riley. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Yeah, the batter now, Matt Olson. Flied to left his first time. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. That's ripped. Base hit.
He was all over that one. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Man at first with one gone. And next is the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Olson, the base runner at first with one out. Runner takes off. Dive, and he's got it. From his knees, the throw. On the money, nice play.
Look at the commitment to make the play down on the ground from the knees. That's not just arm strength, guys. That's core strength as well. Look at that rocket across the diamond. Outstanding job.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Pitch misses. Ball one. Yeah, that's fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Curve in the dirt.
Ball three. 3-1.
Sean Murphy next to bat for the Braves. In the air, right field. Makes a nice running catch. And that ends the inning. Braves strand one, but they still lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Nathaniel Lowe. Sale back to work. That one's in there, and it's 0-1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first and hustling for second, and it's a leadoff double for their first hit of the game.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Bell, the next to hit, went down on strikes his first time through. He was late there, strike one.
No ball, one strike.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're at the top of the fifth. That one down the line, and that's just foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes. But that's not what that pitch was.
Up the middle, and he can't come up with it. Still finds a way to get off a throw, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay.
Now batting, second baseman, Luis Garcia.
Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals. His first at-bat was a strikeout. Checks his swing. Now an appeal to third. And yes, he did. He went around. Line drive. He makes the catch, and there's two down.
That takes away the opportunity to score the runner from third with a sac fly. We're talking about a different story if that line drive hits the ground, but he made a good play, and they can get out of this thing with one more out.
And it's the catcher for the Nationals, Keibert Ruiz. First time up, he grounded to third. And that's off the inside edge.
One ball,
and that's
no
ball
strike.
one. Runner at third, 2 away. And that's downstairs. And it's 2-0. Fastball for a strike.
2-1.
Out in front and foul to the left side. Slow ground ball to the right side. The flip to the pitcher covering, and that is the inning. That'll do it for the offense, but not before they manage to break up the no-hitter. It's the Braves 1 and the Nationals nothing. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Here's Sean Murphy.
Catcher, Sean Murphy.
And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Line drive, caught.
Yikes, that ball was scorched, an absolute missile, and it almost becomes self-defense as the fielder. When one of those things comes screaming towards you, watch your lips.
So now to the plate for Atlanta. Jared Kellner struck out looking his first time. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
1 strike.
And that drops in for a strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
That one misses, and the count 1-2. And that's down and away.
2-2.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a miss at 96, struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Line drive ripped down the left side towards the left field corner. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw to second is offline.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Ryan De La Cruz. First pitch just misses. Runner at second, 2 down. Last half of inning number 5.
Ball.
That one misses, and it's 3-0. Jurickson Profar on deck for Atlanta. That one finds the zone, and it's 3-1. There's a swing and a miss.
So hard to touch. Being at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
First and second, 2 outs. Now batting Jurickson Profar. First pitch, not close.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
That's in there. And the count 1-1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Lucas Sims looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Number 68 getting loose as well. Arcia on second. De La Cruz on at first with 2 down. Pitch misses there. 2 balls and a strike.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
The 2-1. Just missed. Austin Riley next to bat for the Braves. Two on, 2 outs. Right side. And base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at third, so it'll be bases loaded and 2 gone.
Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
It appears Dave Martinez is ready to dive into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Mackenzie Gore is done, and he kept him in it even though he's in line for the loss right now. New arm when we come back.
Now pitching for the
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Lucas Sims.
39.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute 1 pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
2 outs, bases full. Now in for the Braves, Austin Riley. 0 for 2 in this one. And that one fouled off. And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there. And the Braves will strand 3, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Top of the 6th inning. Up now for Washington, Jose Tena.
Jose Tena.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swing and a miss.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Got him looking. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. So up next, Jacob Young. Flied to right his first time. That's down and in. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. In for a strike, and it's 1-1. That one missed. That's to third. Throw on to Olsen. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Now batting, shortstop, C.J. Abrams.
So the Nats lineup turns over. There's C.J. Abrams now, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That misses, and that's ball 1. Abrams measures 6 feet 2 inches, 24 years old. He's playing today in his home state of Georgia. Swing and a ball popped up. Albies. And that is that. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Braves 1 and the Nationals nothing. And we're back. Bottom of the 6th. And here is Matt Olson. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1. Activity in the bullpen. Zach Brixey looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Swung on, belted. That's back. See you later. A shot to the opposite field. And they add to their lead. It's 2-0.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. He's already homered here in this one. Off the mark there. And that is ball 1.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Sims maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Cruz makes the grab, 1 away. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Albies in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting, catcher.
Here's the catcher to hit, Sean Murphy. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Albies leads off first with one away. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And next for Atlanta, Jared Kelenic.
Jared Kelenic.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Right through there for a strike.
And at bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
And the sweeper is off the plate.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Throw to first. Albies dives back in. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. Second home run of the inning for them, and they boost their lead. It's 4-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Lucas Sims gives way, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. Number 68 gets the call from the pen. He's into the game with the bases empty.
68, Evan Reifert.
Here's Orlando Arcia. Can't glove it cleanly. Still fires to first. Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. We go to the top of the 7th, and now Dylan Cruz. The Nationals in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
And that's outside. Ball 1.
Well, timing is the key to great hitting, and right now that door is still locked. They haven't been able to figure out pitch sequences, and it's impacting them across the board.
And another ball.
No strike.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
There's the strike, 3-1.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Now he'll turn for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Runner at third, nobody out. Now the left fielder, James Wood. And that's in there at the knees.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
He swings and fouls one off. Runner at third here, nobody out. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Yeah, left-handed batter facing a left-handed pitcher that's got some sink like that at the end. It's just the bottom falls out of it when it looks like it's going to be a pretty good pitch in that location that everyone says lefties love.
Low at the plate now. That's ball one. Strike one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
In
2
the
and 1.
dirt, and it's 2-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
3-2.
Breaking ball inside, and the count's full. On the ground to third. Riley fires to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across.
Well, that's a way to get the run across right there. You chip away at this lead. You try to get more runs without giving up outs. We'll see what they're able to do.
2 outs, base is empty. Josh Bell at the plate now. Fastball for a strike at 95. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Aaron Bummer getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Johnson getting cranked up as well. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a ground ball. On to first. That's out number 3. So it's 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Braves 4 and the Nats 1. Back at Truist Park, bottom of the 7th, and now the center fielder, Brian De La Cruz. That one in there across the letters. On the ground, and that's a fair ball.
Now batting, left fielder,
Man at first. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Jurickson Profar. 1 for 3. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1. De La Cruz gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
now batting, third baseman.
Here's Austin Riley. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. That one hammered but pulled foul. First and second, no outs. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Edge of the zone for a strike, and the count is 0-2. And delivers outside. He was looking to come up with the shutdown inning, and off to a shaky start. The 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And there's one away.
Now batting. First baseman, Matt Wilson.
Grounder might be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. And that's 2. So no runs on 2 base hits. No errors and 1 left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Braves 4 and the Nats 1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Aaron Bummer.
Now pitching for the Braves, number 49, Aaron Bummer.
Here's the second baseman, Luis Garcia.
Second baseman, Luis Garcia.
On the ground to third, Riley. Throws to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Next to hit for the Nats, Keibert Ruiz has grounded out a couple of times.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Bummer deals. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Profar makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting.
2 down, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Jose Tena. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
2 down, nobody on. Outside low. And now it's even 1-1. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1-2.
Misses inside. And the count's even at 2. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. And the Nationals gone in order. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. Back here in Atlanta, bottom of the 8th. And now it's the Braves DH, Marcell Ozuna. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Just missed.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Up the middle. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Now batting, second baseman.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Knee high, that's in for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Murphy in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
Throwing the ball well, and they need this scoreless inning in relief right here. Been doing a good job keeping him in striking distance. He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Swings and misses. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Braves go down quickly here, but they lead it 4-1. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Raisel Iglesias.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Now a drag bunt, third base side. Bare hand has to hurry. Pretty nice play there.
Man, who doesn't love a sweet bare hand play like that? That was amazing.
He's 2 outs away. And now here's the Nationals leadoff man, C.J. Abrams. And there's a foul ball. Iglesias in his 10th season, 35 years old, and he was born in Cuba. Foul ball. The Braves leading by 3 here at the top of the 9th. Sets him down looking. Now only 1 out remaining.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
So it's their last chance in this one. And now up for Washington, Dylan Cruz. Ball 1, no strikes. And that is out of play.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Line drive, base hit right field. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting, left fielder, James Wood.
And the batter now, James Wood. 0 for 3 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Two outs. Swings through that one for strike 1.
1-1.
That's way outside. And that's ball 2. Cruz off of first with 2 away. That one a little bit high. And now 3 balls and a strike. Outside, and it's ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boo. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Nathaniel Lowe.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
No ball. 1 strike.
Tying run at the plate. That one inside. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Lined into left center. Should be extra bases. 1 run's in. Here comes Wood around third. In to score from first. And now they trail by 1.
Big swing of the bat right there. Just clutch hitting to get him back within 1. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Raisel Iglesias done for the afternoon, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Pierce Johnson on to pitch out of the pen here.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base, so he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
So runner at second, 2 down. Josh Bell digging in for the Nationals, trying to deliver as the hero. First pitch misses.
1-0.
Just missed.
Hey!
1-run game here in the top of the 9th. And a big swing and a miss.
2-2.
Johnson is just 1 strike away.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
So the tying run at second, and it remains 2-2. Got him, and that's the ball game.
That looked like the pitcher was getting into a little trouble there, but quickly brought out a pitch that isn't what most hitters are looking for with that great velocity, but it was really good movement on the changeup and a nice win today.
4-3 our final score. They hang on to win it by